Okay, let's talk about probably the greatest fight you ever had, Holmes versus Norton. When you were going into the 15th round, we've now gone 14 rounds, did you think you were ahead on points with Norton, or behind, or even? How did you feel you were doing?
I thought I was ahead of points because I went out there and I boxed him. I thought I won the first 6 or 7 rounds. And in my opinion, when you win that kind of round and you come back and win the last couple of rounds, you win the fight. They had it much closer than I thought they would have it. I beat Norton. We fought a good fight, toe-to-toe fight. I mean, it was a fight that he didn't really care a whole lot about me, and I wanted what he had. That was the championship of the world. And I had to do what I had to do to beat Ken Norton. When I prevailed, I was probably the happiest man in this world.
Okay. Did you realize how thrilling it was for the fans to see that 15th round, or did you not have that perspective when you were fighting?
I didn't have that perspective when I was fighting because I was mostly concentrating on fighting the fight. But, you know, I could imagine what the people felt and what they was going through and thinking and saying, because I seen fights like that and I said the same thing. Damn, they really fighting. So I know that must have been a thrill to them, and I felt that they got their money worth. Not like today, these fighters now are not giving fans their money worth.
Muhammad Ali, let's talk about him when you sparred with him. There was a time when you and Ali really went at it. There was no 3-minute rounds. You just went at it as hard as you could, and you backed down because you knew he was your employer.
Well, Muhammad Ali's always been the man as far as I'm concerned. He had to give the gas. He could talk real good. People came off from all over the world to see him. And, you know, by me trying to take him out of his life, I think I've been very wrong to do. And, you know, we went in there and we fought, and, you know, we fought toe-to-toe a little bit. And then all of a sudden he says, I ain't going to quit. You going to quit? I said, I ain't going to quit. And he said, we're going to fight till one of us quit. And so the bell rang, and we kept going. The bell rang, and we kept going. And, you know, I thought at that time I was getting the best of him. And I didn't want to really show him up because people, as I said, was coming from all over to see him. So therefore I gave in. But, you know, back then in 1975, when that did occur, I thought I was way ahead, and I could have went a little longer and stayed in there and did all the things I had to do to Muhammad Ali, but I didn't want to do that.
Now let's talk about Ali, some of his great skills, champ. First of all, how hard does Muhammad Ali hit in his prime? Is he a hard-hitting fighter?
No, Ali never was a hard-hitting fighter. All the fights that I had with him in the gym and whatnot, he really never cracked me real good that I could say, damn, he hit me hard. He fought me hard enough, you know, and I think he tried, but I was cagey. I was very young, and I was cocky, and I didn't feel anything, you know. So he might have hit people very hard, but I never was in there with him long enough to see how hard he really can hit. I think maybe the highest round that I boxed was probably 6 rounds, and he probably take, you know, maybe went a little stronger after that, but I can't say I was in there. So I can't really judge the power that Muhammad Ali had, but when I was working with him, he never really showed me a lot of power.
Okay, how fast is Muhammad Ali with his hand speed, champ, in his prime when you sparred with him?
Ali used to tell me he was so fast he can turn the light out and be in bed before the room get dark. That's how fast he was. But in my opinion, he was pretty damn quick because he can hit you before you can get out of the way of it. And it's all comes with reflexes. So Ali was real quick.
Okay, and you and Ali are the only champs that I know who can actually pull back when being hit and avoid being hit. Did you develop that with Ali? Did you learn that technique where he pulls back from sparring with him for all those years?
Yeah, I learned that, and that comes with timing. You know, that comes with reflexes. You see a punch coming, you pull back. And I learned that. So you learn all these things, you take notes. And when I was boxing with Muhammad Ali, I took full advantage of that. And when I see a punch coming, I can pull back or duck down or get off from under it, you know, just in time. So I learned a little bit from Muhammad when it came down to that.